Hiya, I'm Marian and I'm in my studio here today to show you how to make a piece for the Winter Wonderland coming up in your area. A big thanks to Awen Cultural Trust and to Bridgend County Council for having me here today. Helo, Marian yma heddi. Fi yma i ddangos chi sut i wneud darn i'ch ffenest i'r Winter Wonderland sy'n dod lan yn eich ardal. Diolch fawr i Awen am cael yma heddi ac i Cyngor Sir Pen y Bont yr Ogwr. This short video today is going to help you make a piece for your window that's kind of using household items or stuff that you might have around. The first thing you need to do is to choose your window, and it needs to be at the front of your property to make sure that when people are coming past they can see it. So the things that you might need today is some greaseproof paper or parchment paper or tracing paper. Anything that's going to allow the light to come through when you've backlit your window. Also, you're going to need something that's not going to let the light through. So I've got cereal boxes, packaging, and I've got some doilies here. So these are going to stop the light coming through, which is going to give you a silhouette effect on your window. My windows are quite small, so I've managed to get away with just one width of my tracing paper, but you might need to stick a couple of pieces together depending on the size of your window. And you just do that with a bit of sellotape. As well as tracing paper or greaseproof paper and some packaging. It's good to have some sellotape because it's see-through, some Pritt stick. You don't really want to be using PVA because it's too wet and it's going to make everything crinkle. I've also got some felted pens because you can draw onto the tracing paper or parchment to add colour. Scissors, and I've also got a craft knife. But if you do using a craft knife, make sure you've got an adult with you or it's under good supervision because they're really sharp. Pencil and rubber, just basic things. To start off with, you need to choose a theme. I've gone for a spring theme because I was thinking we're going to be on the doorstep of spring. So I'm going to do things like flowers, and I've got a bunny. Once you've decided on your theme, so it could be anything, it could be like monsters or dinosaurs, whatever you fancy, it doesn't matter. You need to then put your image onto the cardboard so you can cut it out to make your silhouette. I've got a bunny here. If you're not comfortable in drawing, you could also use tracing paper and print a sheet out from, say, Google. I found Google Images really handy. So if you just put something like bunny silhouette in, images come up and you can either print it out and then trace it, or if you don't have any tracing paper, if you just shade the back of it with pencil and then go around it, it will give you the same effect as tracing paper. Once you've got your image, you just need to cut it out. Okay, so I've just got some scissors and I'm going to cut him out. I've just used a cereal box here. You just want anything that's not going to let the light through to make the silhouette. So when it's backlit, or when you've just got your curtains open and the lights are on in the room, they're going to show up as shadows. And if you don't want your curtains open, you can use a desk lamp or some fairy lights to backlight the piece, so it shines through. I'm following the line. Yeah, so you want to make close to your line. And you can also cut into the bunny with a craft knife if you want to add extra pattern. But I'm going to leave him solid. So that's him done. There's both sides there. You'll notice that the packaging's got a really shiny side and then a rougher side. I'd put the glue on the rough side. It's just going to make sticking a lot easier. So I've got my pre-cut panels here. I'm going to lay it down. My window's got 4 panes to it, so they're quite small panels. Yours is probably going to be a lot bigger. I'm going to put some Pritt stick to him on this nice rough side. It's going to hold the glue better. Plenty of glue. And then just position him onto your bit of tracing or greaseproof. Nice and straight. Some pressure. That's quite a big piece of card, it's quite heavy, so I'm just going to put some sellotape in it as well, just to make sure he doesn't slip off. And you're not going to see the sellotape because it's see-through, so it doesn't matter if you're generous with it or not. It's not going to show up at night. Once he's stuck down, you can see the silhouette coming through. When you put it to the window, it doesn't really matter which way you put it on either. Depends if you want the cereal packaging showing or not. By the time night comes, you're not going to see anything. It's just going to be black shadow. You can also add a bit of colour to him with some felted pens, or if you've got a Sharpie, you could add more silhouette just by free drawing onto the greaseproof. We can put some grass on. Some leaves, colour it in. Just let the kids go crazy with felt pens. And that's also going to show up and give you a bit of colour when you've backlit it. I'm also going to make some butterflies out of some doilies, because doilies are really nice because they've got perforated kind of laciness. So with that shining through, it's going to give you a really nice little detail. So I've just got a doily here. So I've got a butterfly I've already cut out from a bit of card, and I'm just going to go around him because I need about 3 of them, I think. It's a nice number. I'm just going to go around, making sure that his wings are in the lacy bit and his body's in the other bits. So repeating a motif is going to save time for you as well. Cut it out. I'm just cutting around the pencil line I've just made. Like, this is really super easy for kids to get involved with. And get them designing their own butterflies as well. I love kids' drawings. Can't beat it. There you go. I've got 3 of him to add as well. Just stick them down again with some glue or some sellotape. There we go. So once that's backlit, they're going to have really nice shadows. I'm going to carry on making the rest of my paints. Here's another one that's going to go by the side of him, some wild flowers, and I'm going to carry on making some more butterflies for the top section. Here's one my daughter made, isn't he cute? So I'm going to glue him down and I'm going to colour these bits in with some felt pens. Again, a bit of tape just to make sure he doesn't slip off over time. Just hold him in place, and I'm going to give him a bit of pink inside these little sections here. The felt pen is going to be really lovely backlit. Yeah. And you've got the lights on the back of these. The pink's going to show up, so it's going to give you like a stained glass effect. Once backlit, then that felt pen is going to give you a really nice stained glass effect. I'm cutting another butterfly out now for the 4th panel, for our last one. This is another one that Sarah made, my daughter. It's cute. And these bits I'm going to cut out with a craft knife after I've cut the scissors. If you do have a craft knife, might be quite nice to do little cuts. Again, be really careful with the craft knife, they're super sharp, and make sure that you've got an adult to help you. These are going to let the light through really lovely, and again we can colour them in with the felt pen. Just sticking it down with some more Pritt stick and some tape again, just to make sure he doesn't move. So on this one, I've used a combination of a doily. I've got some black card I had as well, which works quite well if you've got it. But again, the cereal boxes work just as well, because once it's backlit, you're not going to see the difference. They're just going to be shadows. I'm going to go in again with a bit of pink. I might do dots this time. And you can also just draw directly onto it. Again, if you have a Sharpie, that's going to give you the same sort of silhouette effect. Or with the felt pens, you could add raindrops or sunbeams or a rainbow, whatever you fancy. Once you've got your panels made, you just need to stick it in your window. So I'm going to use sellotape to stick mine, or you could use a boot tack. Then backlit it with your desk lamp or fairy lights, or even just having the curtains open with your room lit up will give the same effect. It's going to give a nice shadow and some nice art on your windows. Enjoy! Doesn't it look lovely all lit up? I can't wait to see what you guys get up to. Yeah, enjoy lighting up your streets and making people smile. The dates for the Window Wonderland is between the 4th and the 6th of March, between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m, so when it's dark. Remember to register to take part, so your house is on the map, so people can come and have a look at your wonderful display. Thank you and enjoy. Cofiwch, os chi moyn ymuno, ewch i'r wefan Window Wonderland I rhoi'ch cartref ar y map, a fod pawb gallu gweld eich gwaith celf. Dwi'n mynd aros i'r haul I fachlyd nawr, a wedyn ni weld shwt ma'n edrych. Joiwch!